Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are doing well. So today I'm sharing with you my Ghana sponge cake recipe. So it's the cake they usually serve at Ghanaian events, and this is my way of doing it. So if you are interested, please keep watching and I'll see you very soon in my next one. Take care and bye bye. You need 125 grams margarine. You need 125 grams sugar. You need 145 grams of self-raising flour. If you want to use plain flour, please add 1 teaspoon of baking powder. You need 4 fresh eggs. You need some vanilla essence. You need ground nutmeg, or you can use fresh one and grate it. And last but not least, you need a pinch of salt. So let's get started. So in your mixing bowl, add the margarine. So here is 125 grams of margarine. You could also use butter if you prefer, but margarine is the one we usually use. And then add 125 grams of sugar, and I'm using caster sugar. You can also use granulated sugar. So once you've done that, mix it until it becomes soft and fluffy. You can also decide to do everything by hand, but it takes more time. After that, add the 4 eggs. So add them one by one, especially if this is your first time making a cake. Add them one by one to make sure it mixes well. Okay? And mix it until it becomes well incorporated. So next, add vanilla essence. So the amount of vanilla essence you add totally depends on you. Okay? And then add a pinch of salt. And now I'm going to add my nutmeg. So here again, the amount depends on you, but don't be too crazy. Don't add too much. Okay? And now we are going to add the flour step by step. So as you can see, I'm using my wire whisk. I'm not using my blender anymore, because if I use it, I might overmix it. Okay, so use a wire whisk and then add the flour step by step and mix it. Okay, and as I was saying in the beginning, you can do everything from step A to Z by hand, and I would even say that it's better. Okay, but I have a mixer, so I'm using it. Okay, and if you think your batter is too runny, you can add more flour. Okay, but it should be okay like this. So next, grease your baking tin with some margarine and then sprinkle flour on it. So if you do this step, your cake will not stick on it. And then transfer your batter in your baking tin, and don't forget to preheat your oven at 170 degrees. Okay, so I'm now going to add it in my oven, and I'll let it cook for about 25 to 30 minutes depending on your oven type. Okay, so here I'm putting my cake in the middle rack, so let it cook and do not open it until the cake is completely cooked. Okay, because if you do, your cake might drop. Okay, so here my cake has been cooking for about 25 to 30 minutes, and if you want to know if your cake is ready, just take a skewer in it, and if the skewer comes out clean and dry, it means your cake is ready. Okay, so I decided to put it 5 more minutes. So here is my cake, and it looks fantastic and it's cooked. And one thing, if your cake is not cracked in the middle, consider it failed. So here I'm showing you that my cake did not stick on the tin, and it's very well cooked. So this is the back of my cake, so make sure it looks like this, and then let it cool down on a rack for about 10 to 20 minutes. Okay, so here my cake has been cooling down, and I'm going to cut it into for you to see it. I always like to show how it looks like in the middle. So here, as you can see, it is well cooked, and I'm even cutting another piece for you to see, and see how soft the cake is, and it's very spongy. So, and this is what we are looking for, a sponge cake. Okay, so everyone, this was my sponge cake recipe, and so as you can see, it's very easy to do. You can do everything by hand or with your mixer, but don't forget to do it by hand when you are adding the flour. So I hope you enjoyed watching this video, and please give me a comment, a thumbs up, and I'll see you very soon in my next video. Bye bye and take care.